Hi friends, today we're going to be working on lesson 4 in our workbook, which is all about making bar graphs. So it's similar to our ones in the past that we've done with pictographs and taking surveys, and we're just similar in collecting our data, right? That's this whole chapter. But it's going to be slightly different the way that we represent, which means that's what it's going to look like. So if you open up to page 549, you can follow along. Okay, so like with any of these others, I can't go around and ask people for this data, so I'm just going to have to kind of make it up for you. But what I would do is I would go around and ask my classmates which winter activity they liked the best. So they have sledding, ice skating, skiing, snowboarding. And then I would record for every one vote I get, I would color in a square in the correct row. And then we're going to figure out which one they like the best. So let's say I went around and I asked my classmates which activity was their favorite. And let's say 3 people said sledding. So I would color in 3 boxes. See, I'm going all the way to 3. And I would fill it in. Now it's not going to be a little messy because it's on the computer, but you would fill it in so it looks like a complete bar, right? Okay, let's say I went around and only one person said ice skating, so I'd only color in 1 square, right? Let's say 2 people said skiing, so I color in 2 squares. And let's say snowboarding, only 1 person said, so I'd color in 1 square. Now, as you saw, I did it all in a line. But let's say as I was going around and I was just asking people, I'd fill in one at a time. So let's say I was going around, this is what my graph looked like so far, and I go around and I'm asking, and I ask another classmate, and he picks sledding, so I would just color in 1 more square. So my bar would get longer that way. Okay? So then the question was, which activity did they like the best? Well, I would come and see which bar is the longest, and that is sledding. So they like sledding the best, because that is the longest bar, has the longest votes. And you can see that in this case, each box is worth 1. Sometimes you'll see a bar graph where each box might be worth 2. So if it only had 1 vote, I would only color in half of the box. Okay, so a bar graph uses bars to show data. To make a bar graph, color 1 box for each vote. Bar graphs can look different. So as you can see, one way they can go left or right, like the one we just filled out. Another way is that they could go vertically up and down. They're showing the same information. It just depends on if the bars are going to the left and right or if they're going up and down. Same data, it's just kind of what you prefer. So they took this information from their survey. They did a survey with the tallies and made it into a bar graph. Look, so their favorite breakfast food, toast, got 4 votes. So we filled in 4 squares either way, even if it was up or to the side. Cereal got 5, filled in 5 squares, 5 squares. Eggs got 2, same thing, 2 squares, 2 squares. These are the exact same graphs, just flipped up and down. So let's use this tally chart to make our bar graph. So I look at my first category, and I see that it's blueberries, and they got 4 votes. Now, something I notice about my bar graph is that each box is 1. That's important to note, so that I know that I'm going to color in 4 boxes because each one is worth 1. So I'm going to color in 1, 2, 3, 4 boxes. Alright, so that's my blueberry bar. Alright, so the next one is strawberry. Strawberry has 2 votes, and I'm actually going to go ahead and make this one a different color. Just because. Alright, because you can do this too, have different colors. Strawberry got 2 votes, so I'm going to color in 2 boxes. Alright. Lemon had 1 vote. Lemon had 1 vote, so I'm going to color in 1 box. And cherry had 5, so I'm going to fill in 5 boxes, which is the whole chart, as high as this one goes. Alright, and then I could quickly use this graph to answer questions, like if they ask which kind of breakfast or favorite muffin, which muffin has the most votes, which one's like the most. I could say cherry really quickly and easily. I could say that bar is longest. I could say lemon has the least amount of votes. I could can combine them together. They could say, hey, how many blueberry and how many people chose blueberry and strawberry? Well, I could say, well, blueberry is 4, strawberry is 2, 4 plus 2 is 6. 6 people, right? So you can use all that information just like we've done with the different graphs. So how are bar graphs different from picture graphs? So bar graphs are different because instead of drawing a picture in each square, you're just coloring it in and making a bar altogether. Shows the same kind of information, it's just how it's represented or how it's visually shown to the people looking at the graph. So today's lesson is all about making your bar graph. So that's all you're going to be doing is kind of making bar graphs, using tallies, writing the totals, and then making your bar graphs, answering some questions about bar graphs you make and giving you information and make a bar graph. And then tomorrow we're going to be working on answering questions with those bar graphs. So today is all about just building them. So you have your homework on those 2 pages and your independent practice on the 2 previous pages. Okay? All right, so as always, work hard, do your best. I'm sorry, I'm going all over the place. As always, work hard, do your best, and have a great rest of your day.